Hey everybody, just letting you get logged in. Bear with me. I gotta try to figure out. I should have waited before I started this. Just hang on, I'm trying. Hi everybody, hello. I hope you can hear me. I'm eating a piece of cheese. I'm hungry. Give me just a second. Let me get everybody in here and then I'll remove the background. I think I know how to do that, but maybe not. Oh, I do. None. Hi. Today's a hot mess. Can you tell? I'm being funny. In case you weren't aware, City of Pasadena now makes us pay interest on tenant security deposits annually. Ooh. Can you guys hear me? Nobody said anything
Yes.
yet. Okay, perfect. Yay! Hi, everybody. I'm probably going to stand up and walk around because I'm kind of hunched over so I can see you because I forgot my tripod. The one I have that fits in my gear is very compact and usually goes on a tabletop, yet I don't have a tabletop today. I can't believe Pasadena is now making us pay interest on tenant security deposits. And I mean, it blows my mind. Just completely blows my mind. Really? It shouldn't be spreading like this. It's ridiculous. I'm waiting for somebody to go, where did you go this morning, Patti? Where have you been today, Patti? I'm waiting. Eat my cheese.
Well, I mean, I'd ask, but I already know where you've been.
Damn. Damn. Just damn. I went to the Hoover Dam. Damn. You get it? I'm actually sitting here nibbling on my lunch. I don't know what you guys are doing for lunch, but we'll get up and go for a little walk, kind of. We are at Lake Mead, watching the mud daubers go by, but I'm at Lake Mead, just hanging out. I think Clark took off and had dropped a fishing line somewhere where I can't see him, so I don't get mad. uh,
Well, I have a question. I don't know if anybody knows the answer to. I saw the county supervisors in LA uh are proposing to double the whatever the threshold is before you can evict, like the fair market value. I think they want it 2 months instead of one. Um, Citing the ICE raids as their reason. Does anybody know if is that I mean, does that apply to all the municipalities in LA County or just unincorporated LA County?
just where the threshold amount would apply.
Right. But isn't there already a threshold? Like, doesn't that
It,
apply within LA City or LA City has
yeah.
their own limit?
LA City has their own threshold amount. I believe what they're talking about is doubling the threshold amount.
Right.
Patty, I think it's for LA City.
Yeah, just for who has a threshold. They're not extending where the threshold protects is what I'm trying to say.
Right. But they're talking about doubling the threshold is what I
Yep.
read.
Yep.
But that's on a county level. This is the county supervisors. It's not the city council. So
But it's for the city.
that doesn't make any
City's for the
sense.
unincorporated, Chris.
Right. But so it only affects unincorporated? So wait, you just said it's only for the city, but these are county supervisors that are acting. So wouldn't it affect the entire? Seems to me it either affects the entire county or it only affects unincorporated areas, right?
Threshold amount I thought was LA City only and RSO only is who has threshold.
I mean that might be in LA City, But what I'm talking about is a proposal in front of the LA County Supervisors. So that's, a county level action.
Yeah, I'd have to go look it up.
I was curious if anybody at Agla knew.
I don't know. I'm not there today. I'm there
Well,
tomorrow, so I'll find out and answer that for you.
because they were kind of vague about that in the thing I read.
Yeah, I get it. I'll look and see tomorrow when I get in there. I don't know why, but David's having trouble getting in. Here he comes. Okay, we got everybody in here. So, in case you weren't paying attention, they now want to double the threshold amount. And Pasadena is now asking us to pay interest on tenant security deposits. It doesn't sound fun, but unfortunately, it's probably what we now need to do moving forward. Anybody have questions about it? It is a very small percentage of interest that City of Pasadena is asking for. It won't be long before that changes, I'm sure. I should turn the camera around so you guys don't have to look at me and you could see what I'm looking at. Let me see if I know how to do that. I think I do. Because you don't want to see me, you want to see this. Hi, everybody. Coming to you live from Lake Mead. I'm gonna head over and check out Laughlin later, do some stuff in the Grand Canyon. It's a lazy kind of day. Tomorrow I'm working, so a little bit different. I know why I don't keep it this way, because I can't see what you guys write. But we'll try. Anybody have anything they want to talk about?
Patty, I have a questions.
Sure.
Yes, I use month-to-month lease form with Agla, the Agla form. And
Okay.
the clause is saying about, to let the guests to stay in an apartment. So what happened, I discussed it more like a while ago, and then I said, like this why I come up to the number. So I let the guests to stay 2 consecutive days, and the max, a year is 30 days. And it turned out, I'm not really sure. This tenant, I think probably his girlfriend, I think. And she's been, staying there like almost every day now. So that's why I think it's about like 2 weeks already. And I would like to give, like a reminder to the tenant that, hey, your guest, is staying, more than 2 consecutive days already. And what should I do here? I mean, I'm gonna post a letter on the door, and in any case, pretty sure they're gonna say, can I request, to stay longer? So what should I do here? Should I say no, or should I give them, the application form to fill out, or what is that? Is there anything?
I need a little bit of help. What city is this in?
Large so.
Oh, God. Once they stay a certain amount of days, they are considered a resident under California state law, and under LARSO, that means you owe them relocation fees. So if you don't want any of that, is this person related to the tenant?
No, it's not. I don't think so.
Okay. I'm going to say this once, so pay attention. And Chris, you yell at me if I say it wrong, but I don't think I'm gonna. Okay? I found a really neat clamshell. Sorry, you guys. Squirrel. Look at that. This is sorry. This is what I'd say. Um, at this point is I'd serve them because it's an unauthorized occupant. And then I'd serve them the 10% rent increase for unauthorized occupants in Larceau. And if they don't come to me saying that that is a dependent of the original tenant, or they don't go out and marry somebody so they can become a dependent of the original tenant, then I would go ahead and let that rent increase of 10% kick in.
So I don't need to ask, like give like a how to say the letter reminder about it. It's just I give the application. Just hey, I noticed that you.
I'm gonna say this to you guys as nicely as I can. Okay, I learned a lot in this industry, but years ago we used to give reminders. Oh, this is a reminder. If you don't clean up the stuff in front of your unit, you could get a notice. Now they're using that against us, saying that it's harassment. So stop being nice and just do your job. Serve the notice. The nicer we are, they use it against us.
So what should I say on the notice then? It's just saying, hey, I don't.
You have an unauthorized occupant. You have 3 days to correct this. If they don't correct it in 3 days by them getting out, then I'd do the 10% rent increase for the unauthorized occupant.
I see. Do you think AGLA has this form?
I don't know if AGLA has a pre-printed 10% for the unauthorized occupant form. I don't know. I'm new to them, remember?
Plus, it just changed because now, like, you can't increase for a dependent.
If they are related, they go get married to the tenant, forget it. You can't do the 10%. You can't do anything. So that's why I said if they're not related, boyfriend, girlfriend, all day long. Husband and wife, not a chance.
Patty,
Yes.
can you please let Julia in?
She's not waiting.
Okay,
Hold on.
she just sent me a thing that she's trying to get in.
Okay, hang on. Thank you. I love our team, but I'll do something different. I'll go to participants and I'll try to invite her. Hang on. Oh, there she is. Look at there. Thank you, Julia. Teamwork. She's in now.
I have a question.
Yeah.
If the tenants, argue with me, hey, you know what? Because I rent 1 bedroom. This is supposed to be a 2 people, occupancy. That's why you have to increase, for the unauthorized occupant, 10%.
Because the people that you are moving into the property are not the named occupants on the lease, nor are they protected because they're related to you. Therefore, I'm doing an increase according to Los Angeles Municipal Code, blah, 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 blah.
I see. So if, they agree to increase, 10%, do I need to put that?
Wait, whoa. Pump your brakes. What do you mean if who agrees to increase 10%?
The tenant.
The tenant never agrees to a rent increase.
Never? Oh, okay.
Let me ask you a question. Are you going to sign and agree to an increase on your insurance or your taxes, or it just happens to you? Do you sign and agree to an increase on your insurance or your taxes, or does it just happen to you?
Just happened to me.
Right. It's supposed to just happen to them too.
Oh, I know what you mean.
Okay.
Okay.
In other words, they broke the rule. They have an unauthorized occupant. They're over the allotted amount. They are not a dependent or a relative of the tenant in possession. Therefore, you're serving a rent increase of 10%. If they run out and get married to that tenant, they are now related to them and you can't do the increase, just so you understand.
So what you mean is right now I increased 10% and then 2 months later, they got married, but
No, if they get because you have to give them a 30-day notice of the rent increase for the unauthorized occupant. If in that 30 days they show up with a marriage certificate saying they got married, you cannot do the increase.
I see.
Okay? Because they're married. Before the notice expired, they're married. Make sense?
Okay. I see. Okay.
There's some mud daubers out there in the water. I don't know if you guys can see them. I'm sorry, I'm just pointing things out. Earlier today, I saw bighorn sheep. So if I see more of those, I'll point those out for you.
Patti, I have a question, Patti.
Yes.
On this lady question that she asked you, the 10%. Now, if the allowed rent increase is only 4% and she goes beyond that 4%, I understood that if you already done a rent increase and someone moves in, you cannot do an additional rent increase if you have already done your rent increase. I hope you follow what I'm trying to say.
I understand what you're trying to say, and I think if it all comes down to the bottom line, what we need to do, each and every one of us, is we need to take the absolute information that the attorney is going to be standing next to us, representing us in the event of a lawsuit, and do what they say. Okay? Everybody got that? Because at the end of the day, if somebody's suing you, I'm not going to be standing there defending you. Your attorney is. So at the end of the day, we need to do what your attorney will argue, whatever your attorney's willing to argue.
So Ivana has to talk to an attorney before even she does this 10% to see if
I'm
she
going
has.
to tell each and every one of you before you do anything that involves something that could get you sued to get advice from your legal counsel. And my other opinion to you is this: listen to your legal counsel, then call another attorney that represents landlords. As a member of the apartment association, they should answer your questions for free on the phone and ask them. If you get a different answer, ask another attorney. This is what I call answer shopping, but what I'm looking for is at least 2 or 3 attorneys to give me the same answer. Then that's going to be what I go with, because 2 or 3 attorneys all agreed that that was the best way to go. Does that make sense to you guys? So when I go ask an attorney a question, you guys need to understand sometimes it takes me a while because I don't just ask one. I'll ask 3 to 5 attorneys to see what kind of answer I get back. And it all depends on how you propose the question, what kind of response you get. So you only get the response that you're giving enough detailed information to get back, if that makes sense to you guys. I don't know if that's a petrified donkey turd or a piece of agate on the ground, and I'm not going to bend over and pick it up and find out. If you guys are just joining me, I'm at Lake Mead, the bottom. We're headed over to the Grand Canyon a little bit later today on a little bit of an adventure. It's beautiful right here. I kind of want to drop a line in the water and do a little fishing right about there. But I didn't see an inlet over here anywhere, unless that's what that is. And if that's an inlet, that's where I'm fishing. Oh, did you guys just learn something from Widget? Look, I'll teach you something. If this is a little cove coming into a lake area and there's just like this cove coming in and it dead ends, then there's not an inlet. But if water is coming in through that area over there, that's where I want to fish. Because stuff will come down through that canyon into this creek, and that's where the fish know to go feed at an inlet. Okay? Okay. Hi, welcome to Widget's Way, where you learn a lot more than just property management. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. It's so bad. I'm sorry. All right. Anybody else have questions for me? Just letting Victor get logged on. See if any. Hi.
Patty, I probably know the answer to this, but I just want to clarify something. Tenant calls and tells me that the sprayer on the dishwasher fell off, or broke off, or whatever. That's tenant damage, correct?
I'm gonna say it a different way. Do you mean that the hose for the sprayer on the faucet fell off?
No, the dishwasher, inside the dishwasher, the thing that goes around that sprays the water, the arms, those arms.
It could be. I would call an appliance repairman and have them come look and give you a cause of why that happened. If it was due to misuse of the tenant using the dishwasher, then it would be tenant caused. If it's a malfunction or a known manufacturer defect, then it wouldn't be caused by the tenant.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
Call me later when you have some time.
No problem. Just call me afterwards. I have plenty of time.
Okay.
I
Okay.
I don't have a lot going on today, as you can see. I'm just kind of getting ready to go on a little Grand Canyon adventure. I was at Hoover Dam, the dam, this morning. That was a lot of fun. Very interesting. We might have a little lunch here. There's nobody around anywhere. We camped last night. There's not a stitch of people in the campgrounds. There's nobody anywhere. And you want to know something crazy, you guys? It's like, if I had to guess right now in the sun, it's got to be at least 80 degrees beating down on me. I took off my tennis shoes. I took off my sweats. I took off my hoodie. I'm on fire. Clark put up the awning so I'd have shade so I don't get sunburned because, yeah, it's hot.
Patti, can I also call you later today? Just I wanted to go over my small claims stuff and just kind of.
When's your hearing?
In 2 weeks.
What's the date of that?
That is on the 18th.
Okay, yeah, we definitely can.
I just want to kind of like role play that out because I know you helped me with the eviction. Even though eviction is, I know, a longer, more difficult process, I think the court stuff, like you said, is kind of easy in the sense that it's just yes or no. But
Yeah,
I think small claims.
In small claims, with all due respect, it's all in the presentation.
Yeah, and then I tend to ramble and talk a lot when I get nervous. So if you could help me with that, that would be great.
No worries. There's just key points you want to stick to. Most of them are from your disposition of security deposit, where you were in complete compliance with California Civil Code 1950.5 in regards to timeliness. As they can also see, did you do estimated and a final?
They ignored my
No. Did you do the final within 21 days, or did you have to estimate it and then do a final?
I did the final within 21 days.
Damn. Okay. Good girl.
Yeah.
All right.
And I even paid $10 extra for tracking and made sure that got there and was, but I mean, they didn't give me the address. So it just went back to last known address, which was my property.
And is this the tenant suing you to get the money back?
No. I'm suing them because they left with a balance. They wanted to use the.
I gotcha. Okay. I have the verbiage. We will go over that later.
Thank you.
No problem. Oh, I hear the mud daubers going.
Also, Patti,
yes.
Erica would like to talk to you later. She'll call you later.
Okay, no problem.
Thank you for all your help. We appreciate it.
And no problem. Anytime, you guys. Hey, Clark.
Yes.
When you went out on your adventure, is that an inlet over there coming in from that canyon?
No, it's kind of a dead end. Like if it was raining, it would.
Yeah, I gotcha. I just wondered if it had water actively coming into it. Okay. We're not fishing there, folks.
There's been a big fish rolling off the point, so there's probably a school of striper over there.
Oh, okay. There you go. All right. Anybody else have things? I got to get back in the shade for a hot minute. It's I don't know if you guys are freezing or what's going on with you, but we're on fire down here in the middle of nowhere. Oh, anybody else have anything? I don't want to keep you guys on here just gawking at nature if you have things you want to ask me. I'm not really. Oh, there, I got the chat to come up. I got you, Allie. You call me. And you guys, please don't all call me right as soon as this is over. I could see all four of you going bring all at the same time. Just pick a time, just call me, but just not all as soon as this is over, please. Set a reminder after you finish your afternoon project. It is a very, very beautiful day here at Mead View.
Temple Bar.
There we are. I don't know where we are. We did see a pyramid looking thing from the road. So we'll have to go on a little bit more of an adventure later today, but it's just very quiet, very quaint. Haven't seen too many other people at all day. It's been awesome. I would say there was a bunch of people at the Hoover Dam. And then according to like tourist season, there was hardly anybody at Hoover Dam. I mean, there was all the parking lots were open. So what's that tell you?
Patty, can I ask you questions?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a two phone number. So which one, if in any case in the future, I need like a really urgent to ask your advice. So is with the area code 760 or 323?
I answered both of them.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's good. Okay,
The 760 gets text messages. The 310 may or may not.
no, 323, the area code that I have.
Yeah, that one. Sorry.
Okay. I see. Okay, got it. Okay,
No problem. Michael's Appliance in Tarzana. Good experience. Arlene is giving us this information, you guys. Tell us about it, Arlene.
Yeah, I got an email at 10 o'clock last night from my tenant that my new refrigerator had stopped working. And I called at 5:30 this morning to Frigidaire, and they said they can get somebody out on Friday. Well, that doesn't work for me.
Yeah, it's a habitability issue.
Right. So, and I didn't want to be paying them rent for two days or 3 days.
Right.
And so I called where I bought it, where I had taken you, Patty. And
I knew right away.
and so they said call this place, and I called, and they said we can be out there this afternoon. And when I called after my 9 o'clock appointment, the guy was already there.
Oh, wow.
And he said he didn't have the part, but an associate of his was 8 minutes away, and he was going to get the part. He got the part, and by 11 o'clock, it was all taken care of and covered under the warranty.
Oh, that's
they
great.
apparently do warranty work for all the big appliance, Frigidaire and Viking and everybody.
That's awesome.
So just they were really nice and very helpful. So
responsive is always good.
Yeah. So it saved me potentially 3 days of rent.
Yay! Everybody jot that down if you guys need an appliance repair.
Patty, I have a question in regard to move out photos for the one that I'm going to court for. I have their the photos for when they moved in. But I didn't take photos of the yard, specifically like they carved their initials huge into one of my trees. I didn't go around taking pictures of each tree because I didn't think that would happen. Is that something? I did have my handyman, chisel it out.
Pictures of it now.
Yeah, and I have it where he's like literally taking out the I don't know, has like a chainsaw or whatever you use to carve that out and get it out of there so it doesn't have their initials. But since I don't have a before photo of each tree, do you see that as being an issue?
Freaking humans! I'm telling you. What the hell? Okay, sorry. When you do a lot of stuff out in Mother Nature, and for anybody that experiences trails, outdoor life, it is disgusting when you go through a campground and some idiot has carved initials in a tree in the middle of the national forest or the state park. I mean, this isn't your own private property. You guys can't do this. Trees are real property and run with the land. The fruit that's on them is personal property, but trees run with the land. So, yes, the expense to correct the mistake, the modification without written consent, also considered vandalism. Yes, and I would just
Yeah, it does fall under vandalism, California Penal Code 594. So it is vandalism. I didn't think of taking a picture of each tree.
I understand, and that would be what I explained to the judge. I
Okay.
didn't think somebody'd vandalize the trees.
Okay. And it wasn't something small. It was probably, 8 inches or so, actually per letter, and the, plus sign.
When was the move out? And when?
Very recently, and it wasn't in LA County, Chris.
So you forgot to take before repair pictures, or you didn't take pictures like when they moved in?
When they moved in, she
You
doesn't
don't
have.
need them. If the lease, how long was the lease?
They were there for 8 years.
Yeah,
It was
you
month
didn't
to
need
month.
them when the lease
Oh,
started. You didn't
oh,
need photos of the beginning.
yes,
What you
that
need is
law.
photos. What you need is photos after they moved out and after any repair
Okay.
was done. So
Okay,
if you have
got
to
it.
replace a tree with a new tree, but I mean, without a picture, it's hard for me. But you don't need photos of when they moved in because of they were there that long.
Yes,
If it happened, if they moved in today and in a year from now they did that, then you would.
Oh, okay,
if they
got it.
You
moved,
don't.
yeah, if they moved in anytime in 2025
I think
after
it's like actually April or something.
July 1st. I'm trying, Chris. July 1st, 2025.
July
No,
Anyway,
1st, 2025. Okay,
I
this
don't
was
remember what the
2024.
exact date is, but I can tell you there was no have to have a picture before, and the fact that the tree is carved. I mean, go seek legal counsel if you want. This isn't legal advice. There's no attorney-client privilege or anything like that. Not that it matters, but I'm just covering my ass. I just had some continuing ed. But um, you weren't since they moved in 8 years ago, there was no requirement to take pre-move-in photos.
So you're
Okay.
grandfathered in.
Okay,
That's
got
what
it.
he's trying.
And like I said, I mean, let's be honest, the fact that the tree is
Then,
carved with the tenant's initial,
yeah,
um, kind of looks like they did it. Plus, if they did all kinds of other damage, they, I think most people are going to assume, yeah, they did this.
Yeah. Okay, got it. I just like to make it easy for like when I'm color coding everything, like trying to make it super easy for the judge when I give my documents. So I like to have like before and after like here, so that way it's literally like a no-brainer. And
Right. But
I
I'm
am
just
very
telling you,
confident I should.
don't worry about like that as far as not
Okay.
having the picture of that. If the judge says, why don't you have it? Well, Your Honor, I wasn't legally required to have it, and I didn't know that they'd be individually vandalizing trees.
Okay. Got it. Thank you.
would be the proposed language one might want to use in that
Right.
scenario.
Possibly. That's my preliminary thoughts, not as an attorney.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. See, I need to write that down because what you just said was clear, concise, to the point, and I literally would have you would have just been like mumbled jargon, and I don't know if it would have came out as clear as that. So,
Your Honor, they moved in prior to that law taking
they
place, and
moved
I
in
didn't
prior.
think that they'd vandalize my trees individually.
Perfect. Okay, got it. Thank you.
And it's irony that it's with their initials, sir or madam.
Well, you know what a real I don't
Your
know what word
Honor.
I want to use. I don't know what word I want to use. Um, a real low life, let's say that, or deadbeat will say, "Oh, well, I didn't do it. She's setting me up."
Right? Oh my God, can you imagine? Landlord accused of going to their own property and carving the tenant's initials in a tree.
And see, that is one of the things that I want to talk to you about, Patty, afterwards, because even though like all my documents and everything is all going to be prepared and all of that, which I'm good with, having everything organized, it's I don't know, the rebuttals that I'm not the greatest with. So I know that they require me to, yeah.
Deep breath. If they
Thank you.
show up, if they don't show up, there is no rebuttal.
Did they even file an
True.
answer?
No.
I don't know. I called yesterday to check in, and I'm like, is it naive of me to think that like maybe they could possibly pay? I mean, it's in the contract, and they kind of laughed and they're like, yeah, we don't see that. So I'm assuming they just said that no, they definitely have not reached out. So I don't know if
I'm
that
not talking about
answers.
reach out. I'm talking about it's a very technical thing. You file a complaint, which is the lawsuit as a plaintiff, and the defendant has so many days to do what's called answer.
Yeah, just like
Basically,
an
their
eviction.
legal response formal to the court.
I'm going to say no. I mean, I called and asked if they responded to them, and they said no. If that
Call
happens,
today and ask if anything's been filed since you filed the lawsuit.
You
okay.
might even be able to look it up on the web on like the Superior Court website. You must have a case number, right?
Yes, she does.
Yes.
So you don't need to pay to look up the case number. So you won't necessarily get access to the answer. If they did file one, I would go get it so you know what they're giving you their arguments or whatever. But you may be able to see that nothing's been filed. And
Okay.
I honestly don't remember because I look it up every time. I have I don't remember how much time they have to answer in small claims.
I can't answer that. I don't know.
My guess is you don't have to answer and you can show up and plead your case as a defendant. Um, it's very it's kind of favorable towards the defendant. They're allowed to have an attorney. A plaintiff is not.
Wait, I thought there's no attorney, so they could show up with an attorney?
It's possible, but I mean, if
Um,
they're
Shoot.
No, calm down. They don't allow attorneys to rebuttal in small claims. What they'll do is make it go general civil.
I mean, I don't know. It's been a while, but the last time I looked into it, defendants were allowed to have an attorney. But don't. It's not a big deal. Like the attorney can't change the facts.
Julia,
Yeah.
deep breath.
Okay. Well, you know what? It's the mediation part that really gets me,
Don't worry
nervous.
about it.
Okay,
In
cool.
City of LA, the cooking vent hood motor stopped working. We're going to fix this. Is this a habitability issue that requires a rent reduction? They can still cook. It's just not vented. I don't know that that's a habitability issue or not. I know that it's a health and safety issue with the city, so that would make me think it would become a habitability issue regarding a vent hood in the city of LA. But here's my bigger question. If it stopped working because they've lived there for 10 years and have never cleaned the grease out of the inside of that motor, then that would be due to cleanliness.
Yeah. Hey, Patty. It's
Hey.
Holly.
Hi, Holly. I'm just trying to give you tools and verbiage.
Yes. No, these are brand new tenants. I have a feeling I don't know. It could have been the prior tenant. We did a really deep clean on that house between tenants, but I don't know how far up the cleaners went into that vent. We're going to replace it. And we've already talked to them that we're coming out Friday to remove it and we'll try and replace the motor. So we're doing our due diligence. I just, I'll toss them an Amazon gift card for their troubles, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't rebate the rent unless they demanded it or something.
They're not.
Yeah.
They're not
They're
going to.
Nothing, I was just trying to mentally prepare myself.
But yeah, like giving them an unexpected. I've done that before too, like giving somebody a gift card so that you build goodwill with them, but you
Yep.
a lot less than rebating the rent.
Yep.
Bingo.
Good advice. Thank you.
I just have to say something here. I just read about this attorney allowed or not. They said that in the hearing, small claim, neither party can have attorney. But if the defendant appeals, then in the appeal court, the defendant may have an attorney. This is
Correct.
Thank you for that.
I love our team. Okay, Val, I had a tenant accused of us smearing dog poop on the carpet since we charged him for the damage. He claimed and posted that we did it on purpose. Some people are nuts. Humans, I had a human being clear out all the interior contents of their kitchen cabinets and smear them with peanut butter to attract rats so that they didn't have to pay the rent. Humans, again, you never know, right? I have a fantastic appliance repairman out of Long Beach if anyone needs him. Thank you, Val. I love that we all share. Does anybody else have anything? So quiet here. So quiet. And yeah, we're now in flip-flops and Crocs. It's hot. I got to get back in the shade, you guys. I don't know how far away from Starlink I can get, so I'm just kind of cruising nearby. All right, if nobody else has anything, I'm going to end it for today. Apparently, you guys are all going to call me later anyway, so hey.
Thank you, Patty.
No problem. Thank you guys. All right, everybody, you guys have a great week. If you need me, call me. You know how to find me. Thank you for joining me here at, where are we? Temple Bar.
Yep.
Lake Mead? Yeah, Temple Bar. All right, everybody, have a great day. I think there might be a fish over there. Bye, everybody. Have a good one.